Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about, I've been over the course watching the season. I've seen a lot of things I liked so far over the season, and I made a video for that, as you will see in the channel. But man, it's been some disappointments. It's been some disappointments, so I wanted to get into that. I want to get into my top disappointment so far of the NBA season. Before I do that, like always, like, subscribe on the video, comment. I love dialogue. I love having dialogue. If you agree with something or if you disagree, I'm open for dialogue. So comment. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5. The Miami Heat have been a disappointment for me. Now, the Heat was in the finals and had a little time off, but I can't really make that excuse for them, because so did the Lakers. And the Lakers still found a way, to be good, over the course so far of the season. And lastly, I know that they were hit pretty hard with the COVID protocols, but they have more important questions to answer to. Way more important questions that when I think about it, questions like, can their offense get its turnovers under control? Can they shoot better and not quite average from behind the arc? Should Hero, Duncan Robinson both be starting when the roster is at full strength? These are questions I have for the Heat that they gotta figure out. It just make me wonder, are they this bad at guarding the 3-point line, or are opponents just getting lucky? Does this bench have defensive rebounding juice? Do they need a more dynamic option at 4? Someone like Jay Crowder. Can they begin limiting the amount of time opponents spend in the transition? Those just my questions every time I watch the Heat. Those just questions that come up. But like I said, I give the Heat a little bit of benefit of the doubt, the COVID protocols and certain things that they fighting against. But so far, man, Miami has been a disappointment. And I'm pretty sure some Miami Heat fans would definitely probably agree. The Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors are another team that's been disappointing, to say the least. For one, I really feel, and I've been saying this since the season started, I really feel like they miss the presence of Ibaka and Gasol. I really feel like they're missing that big presence right now. Because if you look at their team doesn't really have that size and that, physicality, down, in the paint that you'll like. I really feel like that's really, hurting them right now. And then too, Toronto don't really have a closer. When things get close, you will assume that Siakam is that guy. You assume that you get the ball to Siakam and let him go to work. But so far, Siakam has been disappointing. Lowry has been solid, but nothing mind blowing. And what's crazy about it so far, I'm really liking the play of Chris Boucher. He's almost seemed like they second best player right now. Stanley Johnson is shooting 42.9% from beyond the arc. Norman Powell is splashing 42.4% of his triples and 34.0% of his twos, and playing approximately zero defense. But hey, Norman Powell he's making his threes. Fred VanVleet, and shout out to Fred VanVleet, just go like 54 tonight. He's reaching and finishing around the rim at a career low clip, though. It remains a question mark shooter off the dribble. He's also playing but he's playing like an all-star, though. He just go 50 tonight. Shout out Fred VanVleet. I've been liking the way Fred VanVleet been playing. Aaron Baines and Alex Lynn, they're bigs. I don't know, doing a trade, deadline, if they can find some like big or something. Maybe, honestly, I like the idea of them trying to package something for Andre Drummond. I like that, but they need some bigs down there. But other than that, somehow the offense is somehow 11th in points scored per possession, despite its limitations outside of transition. The defense is 23rd in points allowed. But Toronto. I knew that the size and losing Ibaka and Gasol would hurt, and I thought that Siakam would take that next step, but so far he hasn't really. So I think until Siakam could take that next step, and until they can add some better bigs, I think Toronto will be back up there. But so far, it's not looking like that. Not looking like that at all. Another team that's been disappointed. Now I will say they have been playing better. I will give them that. They have been playing better. But the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, obviously I think they'll be fine. Jokic, Murray, really like that. But defense is a concern. Sitting 25th in the league. Them losing Jeremy Grant was huge. It makes me question, like, do they even realize how big of a departure that was? He has a reputation for being known as a solid defender. So in a way, I feel it hurts him a bit. And Michael Porter. Now Michael Porter, was out, due to COVID protocols. But I think if Michael Porter this year, he's back now, can take that next step, and be their third consistent scorer. I think that helped. But so far, minimal impact on the Nuggets season. I think that's the biggest disappointment. In total so far, he missed a number of games. Now he's back. But I think once Michael Porter take that next step, until we see that, I think I think they might struggle, and defensively they haven't been looking good so far. But they've been playing a little better, so maybe that can kind of get them going a little bit more. Next, now this per se isn't a team, but I just wanted to throw it in there because this right here really saddens me. This really saddens me. Blake Griffin, man. Blake Griffin. Oh my God. This saddens me because we know the type of player Blake is, and he just ain't it right now. Maybe injuries are slowing him down. It's in the stat that blew my man is he hasn't even attempted a dunk all season. Like that, I don't know. When I watch Detroit sometimes play, it's like his game has moved to more like a spot up shooter, and that's like we know Blake. We know his career. We know what type of player Blake is. Post scorer, aggressive down the paint. But now it seems like he's turning into a spot up shooter, and we know, that's just not Blake. That's not his game at all. Honestly, we know what Griffin can't provide when he's playing at a high level. And right now he just isn't, and maybe that could be. Maybe he wants to get out of Detroit. Maybe he's not really inspired enough with the Pistons. That could be it. But Blake Griffin has really been disappointed. It's kind of sad to see. Like, we know Blake Griffin, the All-Star. We know what he brings. Lastly, Dallas. I can't really even put my foot on Dallas. Porzingis came back, but he's been up for a while, so he's trying to still get his footing. Hopefully once Porzingis kind of come back around, maybe they'll be a little bit better. Now I will say Dallas has been dealing with the COVID protocols, and a lot of their players have been out for periods of time, and I could say that's the reason why they've been struggling big. And when you missing half your role players, that just means more load on Doncic. And Doncic right now has been he's been put in a position where he has to almost carry this team, almost in a sense, because you miss players like Josh Richardson, some of your other key, like, players. I think Seth was out because of the protocols, and Porzingis just coming back, and he's just trying to find his footing. So it's a mess in Dallas right now. It's a mess, but I do think Dallas, because I just think they have too much talent to stay this bad, for too long. I think once Porzingis kind of get his footing, I think Dallas will be okay. I think Dallas will be okay once Porzingis get his footing, and once all these other role guys settle in into their roles. I think Dallas will be okay. But man, watching Mavericks games, it's fun watching Luka be Luka and do his thing, but when it's not leading to wins, I know as Dallas fans, it hurts. It hurts. But Dallas definitely for sure. That's gonna be it. Those are some of my disappointments. If you like the video, once again, subscribe for more content like this. If you love content like this, and hit the like button. And that's gonna be it for me, man.